Well,
no.
you failed.
I failed?
Miserably. This
Wow.
failure is... But you know what? We learn from our mistakes and we move on, right?
I guess. I mean, who makes
Well,
mistakes?
Alright.
True.
Well then.
Anyways, what's up, everybody? Welcome to Around the Birch Fire.
Yes, for the...
What episode is this now?
4 or 5, one of those two. 4 probably. I'd have to check on the YouTube. Yeah, it's number 4. Actually,
Anyways.
probably number 4.
Yeah. I'm Circuit Bomb, everyone.
Hi.
Oh, hi.
Cheers. Well, anyways, I'm Ther, and this is also Zayon. Hello, Zayon.
Hello.
Yes, this is the Around the Birch Fire podcast for October 14th, 2017. We had some technical difficulties.
Lots of technical.
I've basically got into a massive technical difficulty before we even started this. So I'm a little frustrated at the moment.
Was that the blue ball incident?
Yes.
Oh,
hole
so you're gonna
incident,
use the blue hole? Ew,
Yeah,
blue
the
waffle?
blue hole. No, the blue hole incident where the developer of... This was a while ago, but the developer of PlayerUnknown Battlegrounds, which is one of the most popular games on stream, had a bit of a blow up over who's Fortnite. Which, by the way, some background information. Fortnite is it's Epic Games, who owns the Unreal Engine, which happens... The PlayerUnknown Battlegrounds happens to be the Unreal Engine. So they basically it's actually an asset flip, basically, but everyone loves it.
Fortnite's been around. I mean, I thought Fortnite's been under development for a while now.
Oh yeah.
I mean, I remember hearing about Fortnite before I ever heard of PlayerUnknown's Battlegrounds.
Yeah, but the thing why PlayerUnknown Battlegrounds kind of freaked out was Fortnite has a battle royale mode in it now. Obviously, this didn't just appear randomly overnight. I mean, they obviously put some development time into this. And it's Fortnite. I'm gonna use PlayerUnknown Battlegrounds footage for this as we talk about this. Yeah, they just sort of freaked out over it and was like, they're gonna mess with the code, future updates to the engine to mess with our product. Meanwhile, what Epic actually said was they were huge fans of PlayerUnknown Battlegrounds and they like it. That's literally all that they said when they released Fortnite, and they happen to have this whole mode in it. What are your opinions on this? I know, Sergey, you haven't touched PlayerUnknown Battleground. I haven't touched PlayerUnknown Battleground.
Yeah, I haven't played any of it yet. You know, well, blatant. I mean, the idea isn't copyrighted, so I mean, there's not really too much. I guess there's really not too much PlayerUnknown, can really do.
Yeah, I mean,
aside from just continue working on his game and keep going forward with what they're doing, because obviously they're doing something good. So
yeah, and I mean, the idea of it being copyrighted, PlayerUnknown did take their idea from H1Z1, because wasn't the developer of it on the development team for H1Z1?
Wow,
that was his whole thing, wasn't it?
Yeah, I don't know all the details and stuff about it. So
okay then. Who's that, Zayon? You played PlayerUnknown Battlegrounds before.
Yeah.
I mean, did you hear anything about Fortnite?
Yes, I have. I've actually watched some people stream it on Twitch there.
So, since you're the most experienced of both me and Circuit, and you, What do you think between the two games?
They're both pretty similar. Fortnite obviously being free to play, where PUBG costs money. I think PUBG is definitely a lot slower pace compared to Fortnite, where Fortnite's a lot faster pace. But Fortnite also has that other game mechanic where you have like a pickaxe and you can just literally destroy your entire environment and build bases and stuff. That's something PUBG doesn't have. So that's kind of interesting.
Yeah, because their entire base game is based around that. Like when I first saw it, like 50 years ago, back when I was sperm still, because it's been around for that long.
You're still sperm.
Yeah, for yeah, yeah. Sperms live for like 50 years, right? Because I'm
Yep.
only 3, so
Oh, I didn't know that.
yeah, I'm a 3-year-old. Fun fact. But yeah, the original concept of it was like kind of Minecraft. That's what I got in the beginning. Was you made a big old like base, but apparently the base game is more like a tower defense kind of thing. Like I think like
So what you were expecting it to be kind of like Rust and how you like build a base?
no, kind of. I expected it to be a bit. I originally expected it to be like that, but I think as
Like Rust or Ark, you know?
yeah, I think what it kind of is now is more like you defend a point maybe from waves of like zombies that appear, but like this sort of thing, like a battle royale mode, doesn't just they don't just sit there and go, player unknown battlegrounds is really popular right now. Let's spend the next week developing a game mode and release it.
Well, I mean, having a wave mode in a game isn't anything new
No.
by any means whatsoever.
I mean, the battle
even Call
royale
of Duty
thing.
had Call of Duty had that had the levels and stuff like that had you defend points from zombies and stuff.
Yeah, and so did Halo with their Halo Reach had the match whatever the fuck. But I meant like the actual battle royale mode, which Player Unknown has. That was the thing I was getting at.
Oh, I mean, if they call it the same thing, I mean, that might be a little shitty, but
It's.
I mean,
it's more like a. Shit, what is that? I don't think they call it the battle royale, but that is the official term that people use for the game mode. It's a battle royale game, like H1Z1.
right.
I think it literally came from like H1Z1 Battle Royale or whatever it was called. Let's see, H1Z1 King of the Kill. That was the what it was in the first place. But the funny side effect of that is that actually nobody really even like knew that Fortnite really had this sort of thing before. Like, kind of blew up on the news of like Bluehole like freaking out about it. I hopefully because of this that gets better. And I mean, Player Unknown Battlegrounds,
Absolutely.
Like, they literally, like, player-wise, Player Unknown Battlegrounds hasn't shrunk while Fortnite has grown. Like, literally, they're kind of like, I think Fortnite has like 1 million players or something like that, or not 1 million, like 100,000 probably, but like there wasn't any decrease of PUBG. But they ended up freaking out about it when it first started. And all of this came from a segue using blue balls.
So I've noticed that freaking Cuphead has been extremely popular.
Oh yeah.
Since its release, holy cow.
I think people are calling it the Dark Souls of platformers.
Yeah, it's really hard, man.
Which, I mean, as somebody that just recently played Dark Souls, I mean, I don't really understand why people always compare the difficulty of Dark Souls to things. I mean, it was somewhat difficult, I guess. I mean,
Cuphead is
Yeah.
definitely on my list of games to pick up here soon because I really want to give it a good shot. It looks like a lot of fun.
Oh yeah.
You know, I mean, I know we kind of talked about it before as well, you know, with the art style, but
It wasn't
you know,
out
after
yet.
like kind of it wasn't out yet. So after kind of seeing like the reviews and stuff and what people have been saying about it, you know, it looks like definitely a title to pick up.
Yeah, and from what I've heard, what they were showing off like a bunch of the boss fights at like conventions and whatnot, and people were like, "Oh, this is great! Can't wait to see the rest of the game." And apparently, the developers are like, "Wait, we need more." Like, there's a few bullet hell kind of modes I think that are in there that like kind of don't really gel too well from people from what I've been hearing, but for the most part, a lot of people like it, and I mean, even like co-op, it's apparently still a challenge that doesn't just make it easier. Hmm. Yeah, what about you, Zan? Zan? Do you have any idea about Cuphead or anything? Any tips?
I've seen some gameplay of it. Yeah, I've heard it's really hard. Haven't really seen much of it though. I haven't actually even like watched any streamers play it, so I don't really know much about it besides the very old '50s kind of cartoon style that it has with it.
Yeah, well, as the resident Dark Souls expert, do you think that it has the Dark Souls level of difficulty?
Well, if they're saying Cuphead is hard in comparison to Dark Souls, I would say it might be harder, but I haven't even tried it though. And people that are already like speedrunning the damn thing now, so
Yeah, it's probably harder just because, yeah, platforming and whatnot.
yeah, shooting bosses and stuff. It's a different kind of game in terms of
Yeah.
hardness.
It's just everyone always uses Dark Souls as like a synonym to difficult.
Yep, exactly.
Well, I mean, I don't even think it's necessarily something that's attributed to Dark Souls, though, because if you remember, there was the term Nintendo Hard and stuff that
Yeah.
harkens back to the old, you know, platformer games that were insanely difficult.
And that was related to the arcade games, which were difficult
Yeah,
on purpose.
yeah.
That way you keep giving them money.
There was a game for Super Nintendo called Dennis the Menace, and it was hard, man. I could never get past like the second level or something like that. I don't know what it was, but it was just always insanely hard.
You should go back to it and stream it like in an
Yeah.
emulator.
Yeah, I should, but I won't.
Yeah, you won't. I mean, that sounds
Right.
great and all, but I'm not going to at all.
I mean, I couldn't even stream Cryptark.
Yeah, we gotta figure out what's your OBS is set to and all that.
Yeah. We'll get around to that eventually.
Yeah, you probably just have your bitrate a bit too high. Maybe.
Mm-hmm.
Well, we'll talk about that later.
Yeah. I could always maybe try to see if I can't get like the laptop doesn't have an Ethernet port, so yeah.
I mean, if the game was working perfectly fine, but it was choppy on stream, then it's a
Yeah,
network issue.
that's what it was. Anyways.
Yeah.
So yeah,
Okay.
yeah, the golden glow stick or golden glow stick? No, the golden joystick awards in 2017.
This did not be here. Everything's
Yeah.
going wrong.
You go and vote for your favorite games. You know, there's some popular titles in there. I think Cuphead's in there somewhere for, you know, new and.
Yeah, they never. Like whenever I see one of these, it never like the games that get voted aren't like you have like best story and then like for some reason Call of Duty wins somehow and it's like what?
Well, you know,
probably not these so much, but I mean for the most part, like I just clicked on the thing and started it, and the best storytelling, the game choices here actually are very story-driven.
Yeah,
design.
Eve Online's in there as well somewhere. That's actually how I came across the award show. But they're in there somewhere for being EVE Online.
And to correct what you said about it being 50s, Cuphead being a 50s cartoon style.
It's a lot earlier than that, isn't it?
It says 30s, inspired by 30s cartoons.
Yeah, that was a mistake I made.
Yeah, how dare you?
How dare I make mistakes?
Well, I mean, when does this all kick off? Like, when's the actual awards ceremony? Do you know at all?
I know I think it's being hosted by Omen. It's presented by Omen, or with Omen by HP. And
I didn't know that printers had to do something with gaming.
Right. There's going to be a live stream on November 17th, and it takes place at London's Bloomsbury Big Top, hosted by comedian and Assassin's Creed star Danny Wallace. And there's going to be a whole bunch of other things like interviews and trailers and talking to developers and the winners, obviously. When you do your vote, everybody who votes there on at the Golden Joystick Awards at Games Radar, they'll get an ebook. It's like something like a $16 ebook or something. You get to choose which one you want. Kind of neat. I guess. So maybe the live stream would be something interesting to check out, see what's going on there, and actually see maybe if these guys for their games at see what awards they're getting and what they win.
And one of the categories for Studio of the Year, they have a Bluehole listed as PUBG Corporation.
Right. Yeah, I seen player unknowns. Yeah. PG Player Unknowns. That's his corporation, man.
Definitely not like you go to their Steam page or Wikipedia page and
it's
read.
It's also an EVE corporation. A lot to talk about it. A lot to talk about with EVE, man. There's a lot of stuff going on with EVE.
Oh, do you want to segue into EVE, or do you guys want to talk more about the Joystick Awards?
Yeah. What do you think, Zan? Yeah. Did you vote for your favorite game at the Golden Joystick Awards?
I didn't. I didn't even know about it.
Yeah.
Yeah. See, you guys didn't even know. We have this podcast and it's about games and stuff.
We don't even know.
We don't even know.
Did you guys hear about Humble Bundle though?
What's going on with Humble Bundle?
IGN just purchased Humble Bundle apparently.
What? You're shitting me.
No. So we can probably almost say goodbye to Humble Bundle as we know it.
Humble Bundle just got beat by IGN?
Yep.
Whoa. Why didn't you start with this?
Just reminded me when we were talking about awards. I'm like, oh, hey, that reminds me of Humble Bundle.
Wow. Yeah, I didn't know that. Jeez, I'm going to have to go and claim everything. Make sure I got everything claimed now. Actually, who knows? I mean, who knows what they'll do with it? We'll just have to wait and see. I don't think that they would have acquired it if they didn't see value in it as a platform.
Like, they're not EA.
Right, they're not EA.
They're not just going to buy it up and be like, you're dead. Unless IGN was like, see, here it is. This is off of the website called TechCrunch, but it says online media giant IGN has acquired Humble Bundle, the indie games storefront best known for its pay what you want bundles that raise money for charity. The company says that nothing will change for users and that we will keep our own office culture and amazing team with IGN helping us further our plans. So
there we have it.
Yeah, the actual quote is we will keep our own office to further our plans part. But I mean, as long as you don't piss in it.
Right,
I don't mind who owns what as long as it stays the same. Because Humble Bundle is really nice. It does raise money for charity, quite a bit of money from charity. And I mean, while I sort of don't really have the money to throw $1,000 at it, I do see people throw $1,000 at it.
Right.
Or there's always that one guy that pays like 10,000 or 1,000 for the bundle, and it's just like, good on you. I'll just
They make it
do a
worthwhile.
$12 bundle.
Or sometimes just the $1 bundle.
I mean, I'm competitive with my games list.
Oh, yeah, that's true. If you're a game collector, then
I
get
mean,
every single bundle.
You never know when an extra copy of a game, you want to play a game with somebody and you're like, oh, I have a copy of that in Humble Bundle. Here's a code. They're like, thanks.
Yeah, and then you're like helping out your friend, and then you also get to play with them, which is nice.
Yeah, I mean, I acquire a lot of stuff from Humble Bundle. Like a lot of stuff.
Yeah, same here. I'm actually gonna let's see how many games I actually have right now.
On Steam, like 300.
Yeah,
I'm at like 350.
350. I'm somewhere. I'm like about 300. I'm trying to see how many I've gotten on Humble Bundle alone, just because I'm curious.
How much have you spent on Humble Bundle, Circuit?
Oh, dude, I mean, a wide majority of my collection is from the Humble Bundles, man. I've gotten a lot of games from there, and a lot of games that I just, got simply because I wanted a different game in the pack. So, I have like tons of games I haven't even played yet because I never really had an interest in playing it because I wanted like one game from it. So
yeah, and every time that they do what is it? It's like the E3 bundle or something. And every time they'd have like 500 Amazon coins or something in it for $5, along with like 7 other games. And every time I just buy that, back when I would actually use my Kindle for things. I mean, I hope they keep the same creed, the same motto, something like that. The same something. The same ideals, culture, one of those, whatever it's called. The same as Humble Bundle has been. And hopefully, what they don't do is they don't put like the IGN reviews next to every one of the games.
Oh God. Yeah, hopefully not.
I feel like now is a good time to start breaking out to start making memes about IGN and Humble Bundle like reviews. Like Humble Bundle, IGN 10 out of 10, we'll buy again.
IGN. The menu is kind of bad, 10 out of 10.
Yeah.
Stuff like that. But yeah, I have, I just counted, rough estimate, I might be off by a couple, but I have at least 80 games that I've gotten off a Humble Bundle alone. I don't know, last year I wanted to play To the Moon because I heard that was good, and I was like, oh, hey, I'll buy it because it's on sale, and I was like, oh, wait, I already have this. And I bought it in a Humble Bundle, and I didn't even realize it.
Yeah, that happened to me a lot, too. Like, I think, like, oh yeah, I was watching somebody play, I want to say it was Reign of Kings, or not Reign of Kings, it was actually Life is Feudal. And I was watching somebody play, and I'm like, oh, this is great. And then I went to go buy it, and it seems like you can't buy that. You already own it. And I'm like, what? And lo and behold, I got it from a bundle.
It's always a nice surprise. It really is.
Mm-hmm. It's always great. It's like, it's better than finding like $20 in your pocket. And you're like, oh.
Game I don't have to buy that I was going to play anyway and didn't realize I bought it already.
Yeah, and a Humble Bundle of all things. So I got it for like 10 cents, basically. Let's see, how many have I got in total? I have 20 pages on my Humble Bundle.
Oh, jeez.
Wow, yeah.
Let's see, 2 pages worth of actual purchases. I mean, I bought the one bundle that was just like, here's 100 games for $100 or something like that. A while back, I think. It was more $30 actually. Yeah, like the Humble Freedom bundle and the Yogscast Jingle Jam. Those were just massive bundles back in the day.
Oh, they've got a software bundle going on I didn't know about.
Softcore bundle?
Software bundle.
Oh, I'm like softcore.
Wait, what?
Yeah,
Wait a minute.
They have an actual software bundle now. I'm actually pretty glad they separated that from the game bundles because every once in a while you'd have the game bundles and one of the bundles was just software. Like I don't know if I need this password program for a month.
An RPG book bundle going on right now for Pathfinder.
Oh,
Yeah.
Bitcoin, blockchain, and cryptocurrency bundle. Oh boy, I need to start getting my Bitcoin my Bitcoin stock portfolio out. Let's find it though. Are these like the rule books or just is this? Oh, cool! You get a few figurines apparently. You get a red
45
Sonja
more.
thing. Man, a lot of these old books have a lot of naked women on them. That was just like that's just like what the 80s was all about. Or the 90s, early 90s. All about that half naked person on the cover. Speaking of half naked people, we're gonna take a 10-minute break and
Yeah.
do you two don't know anything about Grim Dawn at all, do you?
Not me, no.
You, Zan? Probably not.
All I know is it's kind of like top down and like the style of Diablo, right?
Yeah, it's the old developers of Titan Quest. Either of you two know that. Alan?
Titan Quest, yeah.
Titan Quest. So it's
been a long time.
Yeah, they made this game, Grim Dawn. It was a Kickstart project and it actually came into fruition properly, and people like it. And they just recently had when they released it, they made an expansion later on that was just like an arena based, like you drop down into an arena and kill shit. They actually released their actual first proper expansion finally, and I purchased it and played it a little bit. I didn't really get to the actual expansion content, but they added 2 new classes to it, one of which is a necromancer. So everyone on the review page of this game is like, applying Blizzardnomics to this, you're getting the necromancer for $15 and the rest of the game for $2. What a steal! Is the necromancer pack that came out for Blizzard for Diablo 3. I mean, it's been fun. I streamed it a little bit. I want to know how the actual expansion was because the actual theme of the game is pretty fun. It's pretty nice. It's set in a Victorian kind of style fantasy world, and the game starts off with the entire. Let's see, Grimdark. No, what? Grim Dawn. That's the name of the game. The entire first storyline that shows up is the world just ended, a bunch of bad shit happened. You were just like possessed by this crazy aether demon that came out of like a portal somewhere that somebody opened up that's completely destroying the world right now. And it's just like, have fun. Yeah. Yep. Hello?
Hello?
It's all
Hello.
quiet there. You're all just Went quiet on me, and you actually played. Then you played the Titan Quest game. Yeah.
Yes, I have.
Yes, that's the Diablo is sort of like that, because I know you never played it.
Yeah.
Yeah, if you
Actually, I have it on Steam, but I've never. I haven't played it in a long, long time. Used to play it back at Land Lizards, which is like a local like PC gaming store.
I have a disc next to me that's a box that's Titan Quest Immortal Throne. It's an expansion pack for a game that I don't own.
Ah.
You know, it's there, but you know, if you like Titan Quest, this Grim Dawn is made by the same people. Let me just double check this. It definitely should be. It's in the same engine at least. Great Entertainment. Let's just double check this. Founded. They acquired the licensing to use Iron Lore's Titan Quest game engine. Alright, so it's not exactly the same. So apparently I'm a liar. You know, it's a fun game that I've been enjoying a bit, and hopefully we'll be able to get to the actual expansion content and see how that is. It's currently surpassed Path of Exile right now in terms of stream viewership.
Not really.
Yeah, and I was looking on the list just yesterday, and I could not find Diablo, like Diablo 3. Which is kind
That's
of...
how low it was?
Yeah, like I kept scrolling down and I couldn't find it, but when I looked it up, it was like, yeah, there's somebody streaming this with 200 viewers. I'm like, why isn't it visible then?
Right.
Why isn't it here working properly? I think maybe their browser, their browse list isn't too good right now. Yeah, it's currently got 200. Alright, Path of Exile has currently doubled it, but it's still above Diablo 3 right now, which is below Diablo 2. Which is kind of weird. Yeah. Do you guys play anything interesting this week?
I've played Cryptarch and I've played Heat Signature.
Or do you want to talk about them?
Sure. You know, I like platformer games, and these two games fit my niche quite well because they're both science fiction and cyberpunky in a way. You know, Heat Signature is really fun. It's top down, and you basically take on jobs and go around and infiltrate other starships and stuff, and you know, do certain tasks. It's pretty immersive in the fact that some of the missions and stuff are cool, that they have certain conditions that have to be met. Like maybe it's a bloodless one where you can't kill anybody, or it's another one where you have to go in and not leave any survivors, essentially. Ooh. And yeah, so it's really fun, and you go around and you kind of like liberate. You do defector missions and liberate stations in the galaxy, and that's kind of the progression that it takes. And Cryptarch is a little different in that it's not a little different. It's a lot different. It's a side scroll platformer, and you're essentially going into these derelict ships and stations and stuff, and clearing them out, and collecting artifacts and whatnot to progress, and having licenses for new stuff that you load out with your mech suit. Now, I like Cryptarch. I like the whole idea. I feel like the control, the movement's a little wonky. Maybe it's just me, but you know, it's like you kind of feel like you don't have that much control sometimes over the direction of your of your character in the game or whatever. So, but I mean, it's probably just the way it's meant to be, and having different loadouts might change that up. So
Yeah, they probably.
I mean,
Good.
but the art style, the art style and artwork in both games is really nice. In Heat Signature, there's some really nice transitions and zooming and stuff that as you're traveling through space or whatever, it's really nice, and everything runs. Things work pretty well. Cryptarch is the same thing. The artwork is amazing in Cryptarch. It's really fun.
Yeah, I had it up for a little bit, and it looked pretty. It looked pretty. It looked kind of Metroidy, I guess.
Right.
That's more like a Metroidy game, or is it?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it's kind of Metroidvania.
You gonna take out the Samus suit? Well, anything else you've been playing, or just those two?
Just those two for the time being. I did actually. I logged into EVE Online the other day. Yeah. Yeah, actually, I logged in on my main account, and I decided against logging in on my main account because I'm in a capital ship, but I'm undocked and not in a corporation
Oh
because,
boy.
yeah, somebody was an asshole. So I have to freaking figure something out with that. It's a suitcase. It's a suitcase dread too, which means it's packed full of goodies, and the last thing I want to do is lose it. So I'm gonna have to rig it up somehow where I freaking log in, land, and freaking zip away.
Where did you log out at though?
I don't quite remember where. I think I might have been in the station.
Oh, you wanna tell us the exact coordinates?
Or maybe not. Eve's actually getting a lot of attention. There's been some pretty grand theft stuff happening in the game. The kinds of stuff that you expect, the trickery and subversion, subterfuge and stuff like that. And apparently there was a station stolen, which is big buckaroos. But I mean, there's going to be some really big changes coming to the game here, which is, I think it's fantastic because it's going to add a whole new dimension to PvP content in the game.
So are they adding hero abilities?
Okay, well, no, but
then I don't want anything to do with
it. Previously, the alliances generated income, and it was largely huge amounts of passive income through moon mining. And what they would do is they would acquire a moon, become in control of it, put up a tower, put up some POS stuff, keep it fueled, and they could sell the moon goo that was extracted from the moon. Well, that passive source of income is going away. It's going to be removed. Here coming up with the Lifeblood expansion, what's going to happen is now you have these new refineries, upwell structures. They're citadels essentially, but they're industrial citadels. They're refineries, and you anchor them at the moon. And what they do is they blast off this huge chunk of moon and start pulling it towards the station. And when it gets to a certain point, it takes like maybe a day or something. And when it gets to a certain point, then it gets destroyed. Either by the station owner with a laser beam or something, or it breaks up itself after so long. And what happens is people from the Alliance or whoever control that moon, they have to go out and they have to mine that stuff. They have to go and collect it, which means that these mining fleets, you're going to have to coordinate mining fleets of industrialists, and you're going to have to protect these fleets while they're out there doing their jobs. Ooh. Because otherwise you're going to have fleets of PvPers coming in and killing people, killing their miners, disrupting your income, disrupting alliance level income. So, yeah, so that's going to be like really interesting how that's going to end up playing out in the how long alliances last, so to speak, because it's just going to add a much huger dimension to the PvP content. Resource wars. is where they're starting to go for. I think these are kind of like mini battles and collaborative gameplay and stuff. They're adding shipyards, pirate faction shipyards, because there's an arms race between pirate factions. So, they're introducing the new pirate faction capital ships, which is a big deal. The Garistas, man.
Finally,
they're
you're going to be able to use
awesome.
something that's themed towards you.
I mean, and they're adding PvE content as well, forward operating bases in high security, and just lots of stuff, lots of new improvements. They're adding a thing called the agency, and it's like I guess maybe the agency's kind of like, maybe I don't want to say it's like a battle royale or anything like that, but apparently it's some sort of user experience improvement, and the agency is like some way to find gameplay sessions and stuff like that. Maybe some sort of like matchmaking for finding certain things to do. Like if you're a miner, you might be able to match up and find somebody to mine with and everything.
Well, I can't wait for this Star Maid update to actually hit us.
Yeah, let's talk about that a little bit.
We just were, weren't we?
Kind of.
Yeah. No, is there even that much out about the feature update?
On StarMade? No, I don't think there really is. I know that there was a dev blog posted within the last 2 days.
Yeah, you didn't tell me about it till the next day after.
Well, anyways, it's just they're just I guess they're requesting some more feedback with some of their dev builds and stuff with testing some of the new systems and stuff that they're adding. So, and other than that, I don't really know much about where the status, what the state of the game is with the new update. So,
yeah, they're asking for feedback on the user interface, which, I mean, that shouldn't take too long. People being like, I think it should tell me this versus this, and people just being like, it tells me what it wants to be. It's not like
right.
They've probably got all their bug testing out of the way. Yeah. What about you, Zion? Have you played anything? Do you want to talk more about this? Starmaid? Starbound? Starmaid?
Yeah, we can talk about this or come back to it.
I don't even know if there is much to talk about versus like what we've already talked about.
That's fair.
Yeah, it's literally just them asking for more feedback. Which means that they're at least towards the end. Hopefully they're towards the end. I want to play it.
It's like, hopefully very soon they will be.
Yeah, tomorrow, you think? Tomorrow, yeah?
If lucky, maybe.
Probably next week. Maybe.
Yeah, maybe.
Maybe. I mean, what have you been playing? Zion made?
Well, we finally finished our streaming of Dark Souls 1. So that's nice. And we started Dark Souls 2.
Immediately after. We agreed on a buffer game.
We did, and then we're just like...
And then you're like, no, let's do it.
Jump into it.
You're just like, let's do it. It's only 1 a.m. Let's do it. And you're like, I gotta go now.
I seen you playing some Stardew Valley the other day too, Zion.
Yeah, I just started picking that up again too. I took a break after kind of binging it 200 hours within like a week.
Yeah.
Yeah, I know how and I know how that goes.
Yeah, I haven't been able to play it since because of that. I completely burned out on that game, which sucks because I actually did like it. It's just that I don't think I can continue what I was doing / start again. Yeah,
that's what I was thinking too, but I actually just ended up starting a new file now that it's been about giving it some time, and that's been going pretty well. So I don't know if I'd pick up my old file again with, like 2 million and then like 2 barns full of things to make wine and yeah.
You have the old meta build.
Yeah, the meta build, yeah.
Just nothing but star wine forever.
Start
Yeah,
fruit,
great
yeah.
job.
Just make everything into wine.
Yeah, and cheese
Mhm.
and
With cheese.
mayonnaise.
Yep, that's what it did, and there's just that back and forth every day.
It's
So I was doing that. I also started playing again Oregon Trail 2, which is not officially listed as abandonware, so you can get it for free online now.
Oregon
cool.
That's my favorite.
or Oregon.
Yeah, Oregon Trail 2.
Oregon Trail, the Oregon Trail too.
Oregon.
Savage Gore Fest.
No,
Slaughterhouse.
Oregon Trail was actually a game. It was a
It
zombie
is.
game.
Yep, it is. The same kind of style, just with zombies,
Yeah,
which is an awesome concept.
it's not just like they just like make their wagon out of organs and just drive across over to Oregon.
Oh, ooh. That would sound like a good thing for like a Halloween movie.
And the
or
entire
game or
time,
something.
there's just death metal playing in the background.
Oh yes.
You're actually
as is
a Swedish
customary.
metal band in this game, driving your caravan made of organs.
Yes.
Or they're actually a bunch of churchgoers that turn their old church organ into a wagon.
Into a wagon. Yes.
This
Either a wagon of organs or Oregon of wagons.
this is a dumb joke. Just talk to us about Oregon Trail.
Well, I saw lots of spleens, kidneys, lungs along the way.
God damn it.
But yeah, no, I always usually go back to that at least once a year just because I used to love playing that as a kid. So just kind of a nostalgic thing. On top of that, this week I've also played Yoshi's Island and Donkey Kong Country for SNES. So been really reaching back for those.
Did you do the true experience or did you use a dirty emulator?
I have both of those games, but I just use an emulator. I have like an SNES to USB controller, so I usually just use that for that feel. Yeah, I know.
Heresy, how dare you?
I would get it out, but I was too lazy to get
You're
on the
worse than
SNES.
pirates.
But I own the game.
Yeah,
I already own them.
I don't like the whole like people have for like emulating a game, and it's like it's not right.
Yeah, especially if you already own it. I mean, if you like go out and actually buy the game, but just like prefer to emulate it or something. I mean,
Yeah. I think I actually pirated a game that I own because the CD didn't work.
Yeah, I have done that before. Yeah.
Yep.
I mean, I have the CD
Okay.
key and I can type it right in there, and boom, it works.
It's pretty sad when you have to do that just to get something to work.
Yeah, I forget what it was though. Yeah, I think it was an older game. Something. Speaking of which, a lot more games need to go on a GOG.
Yeah, it's true.
Like, when's our HD remake of Diablo 1 and Warcraft 1? Damn it!
Right. And HD remakes of Neverwinter Nights 1 and 2.
Well, 2 was kind of just an HD remake of 1. Like most of the same game mechanics were just there. It's just more like
HD.
well, it was pretty when it came out, and still is somewhat pretty. And, compared to Neverwinter Nights 1. Jeez. I mean, do any of you guys care about the game Dungeons?
And Dragons?
No. It's just a game called Dungeons.
And Dragons?
No. Just Dungeons, like the original.
And Dragons?
Yes, actually. This is the
Okay,
last
so just
podcast we're
Dungeons.
doing. Yeah, just Dungeons.
So just Dungeons. I've
Just
never heard of a
Dungeons.
game called Just Dungeons.
Well, the first
Yeah.
one was kind of weird. I bought it underneath the pretense that I thought it would be a Dungeon Keeper game.
Oh,
wasn't.
okay.
It wasn't really. It was, you did manage a dungeon, but your entire point was to like kind of make a decent dungeon for heroes to raid, and you get their life energy by making them extremely satisfied before killing them. So you'd make sure they'd load up on as much loot as they could, and then you'd kill them before they left, and then you get like hero joy or something from that, and you'd use that as a currency.
Hero joy.
Yeah, something like that. And when I was playing it, I'm like, this isn't the game I want.
And I splashed my hero joy all over her face.
How? This is a PG stream.
This is not a PG stream. It better not be no
Fuck
PG
you, this
stream.
is a PG stream.
Fuck you on your PG stream. I got a PG stream. Piss.
Order in the court. Damn it. That's gonna sound fucking horrible on the stream. But they finally released their third game, Dungeons 3, and apparently Dungeons 2 was more like Dungeon Keeper in a way. Yeah. That just recently came out, but I wasn't interested in those games after the first one wasn't Dungeon Keeper. I mean, there's War for the Overworld exists, so what more do you need? You know about War for the Overworld, right? No? Not at all?
I've heard of it. I mean,
Well, I guess I'm gonna have to buy you it as a gift. Whoops, I bought a game for you.
whoops.
I didn't buy it. I don't have a job. I don't have money.
Why don't you have a job? You need to get a job.
Stop, please.
You need to get a job, Robert.
I
You
got.
need to get a job, dude.
I got. Listen. All right. What else have you been playing, Zion?
Playing some more Dead by Daylight. That's a new season, so everyone's ranks just got reset again.
Oh.
Oh, ranking up on that a little bit as well. And then occasionally some Harry Potter role playing on Gary's mod, which is surprisingly very fun.
Are you Hermione?
No, but you can be. There is a Hermione.
Who are you in your Harry Potter roleplay?
Just a generic whatever, like whatever house you're in, person, student. Most of the time.
So you can't be Harry Potter and show everyone your Sorcerer's Stones.
Oh, you can actually. They have the models and the classes, so you actually can.
There's children here.
You could be like the entire like class and like do out the movie if you wanted to.
Jeez. That's just weird. I find those roleplay things weird, but also cool at the same time. But just the entire setup to get into one of those things is just weird. I watched you try to get into the fucking Star Wars roleplay server on Gary's mod, and that was
Oh yeah,
2 hours you spent just
in the tutorial.
Remember when I did when I was trying to do Neverwinter Nights roleplay? Well, or not Neverwinter Night. Yeah, Neverwinter MMO, Neverwinter Online. Remember? Or was that Dungeons and Dragons Online?
No, that was Neverwinter, the game.
Yeah.
You were a dwarf, and I made a drow ranger, and you were like, where to roleplay at? And I'm like, it's over there, and we went there, and just every once in a while, whenever I'm playing an MMO, I always go to like the tavern where everyone's roleplaying, just watch. And I don't
creepily watch from a balcony.
Yeah, because I mean, half the time, most of the things that they're doing is just not ERP, but it stands for erotic role playing. But like just standard role playing, like they get into weird details about like drinking a fucking beer, and it's like, okay, this is interesting. It was just, it's weird. It's a weird concept for me. Okay, I'm not a role player.
I get it.
Yeah. Yeah, I actually had some topics to talk about, I think. Yeah, me and Zan played. Finally beat Dark Souls 1, and it's all right.
What would you rate it? Like, how do you think of it?
At least 7 Robloxes out of 10.
I'll say that's not bad. So like 7 Roblox out of 10. That's pretty good. How many
Well,
Club Penguins out of 10?
well, the IGN score would probably be 8 out of 10, just because that's standard.
Yes, and anything higher has to be paid for.
Yes, but it wasn't bad. I mean, there was a bunch of shit wrong with it. It's a horrible PC game, but I'm sure console it's fine. I mean, literally the first thing that I said when I started playing Dark Souls 2 was, "Oh my god, I have frames."
Yep. Yeah, it's instantly a lot better port. Well, what do you think of Dark Souls 2 so far then in comparison to 1 especially?
I mean, everything that I thought was horrible about Dark Souls 2 is fixed. Or Dark Souls 1, I mean, is fixed.
Yep, exactly. The
I
controls,
mean,
mouse and keyboard are better.
yeah, I mean, when I
The
clicked off this,
FPS.
when I actually moved around the mouse in Dark Souls 2, it wasn't on the screen moving around and would go off the screen, and whenever I click, it would click off the window like Dark Souls 1. You know, that's something that kind of makes the game unplayable if you can't look in a certain direction that far away, you know. People have multiple monitors. I mean, even with one monitor, you still have the fucking mouse on your screen. Which is a big no-no, and I mean, the frame rate was just fucking terrible. I'm actually able to dodge shit in this game properly.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, you don't have to just tank it like you do in Dark Souls 1.
Yeah, I mean, we rolled as 2 casters in this one.
Yeah, this so far has been fun. We've just been wrecking bosses.
Yeah, it's been pretty great. Like, I mean, I've died a few times, and oh shit, we should talk about the hacker.
Oh yes, so that was very fun.
The hacker.
Yeah.
Oh.
Do you want me to say
yes,
it, or
you unfolded in all of its glory for me.
All right, so we were finishing out Dark Souls 1. We were doing the Painted World of Ariamis, and we discovered a hacker that was invading, and he would instantly like do everything bad you could possibly imagine to your character. He would like invade you as yourself. He would like curse you so it half of your health. He would like put a parasitic egg on you, and the only way to get out of it is to alt F4 out of the game. But in doing so, he can evade you again instantly. So we had to like get through that with just doing it solo when we were trying to do duo co-op. And then at the very last final area, he followed us there, and he kept invading Therercher when he was about to go to the final boss of the area. But we finally figured out a way to get around him. Which ended up having to be was getting evaded and then having him jump off a cliff.
Killing herself. Yeah, I was like waiting, and I saw it, and I'd roll off instantly, and it's like, all right, we're good.
Yep, and then we wouldn't get invaded for 10 minutes, so that was just enough time to get to the boss finally. And lo and behold, we go into Dark Souls 2 straight after, and the hacker, the same exact hacker, followed us into Dark Souls 2 and invaded me twice, but I instantly alt F4 because I was able to tell immediately who it was. And I looked in the recently played with player list, and yes, it was definitely the same hacker. Probably stream sniping, who knows?
Yeah, just followed us over there.
So that was fun.
That was just some bullshit. I couldn't. It was like, come on, let me beat the game for the first time.
I literally like right there, like footsteps away, and had to deal with that.
Like that was the final boss. Like the final boss wasn't even that hard. I face tanked it and just Estus West like every once in a while, and that was fine. And that guy wasn't hard, but
the invader before though.
Yeah, he kept
awful,
going.
Just awful.
Like, God.
But then, when we started Dark Souls 2, not the same day, but the next day, like you were invaded by someone who looked exactly like me.
Yeah, literally same exact model and all that.
I added him on Steam and asked like, hey, like that's pretty cool. Like have the same name, same armor. And he's like, oh yeah, sometimes I just for fun, just go on Twitch and see who's playing Dark Souls and just run through the beginning part of the game to invade somebody to like throw them off. So that sounds like that would be kind of fun.
Yeah, and then I accidentally summoned that guy too, and I'm like, "Come on, Zan!" And you're like, I look over at your screen, and you're still sitting at the bonfire. I'm like, "Oh,
It's the other Hermione.
yeah." So I had two of you guys just following me.
And I have screenshots actually that I saved of that.
Yeah, that was great. Yeah. So have you two been doing anything just in your life at the moment?
Just working
Just working.
because I have a job.
You stop work. You don't need to work.
I need to work.
What about you, Zan?
Yeah, pretty much everything's been okay.
All right. Well,
Yeah, I may not in the near future move to Daytona Beach.
like actually move? Maybe?
Yeah,
Oh.
and I don't know for sure yet, but there's been some talk about going to Panama here in for the here this winter. So I'm gonna do that. Play video games in Panama.
Are you just gonna have Guns N' Roses in the background? Entire time? That's.
Guns N' Roses? You mean Van Halen?
Oh yeah. I'm thinking about Paradise City for some reason.
Oh yes.
That's what was in my head first. I'm like, wait a minute now. Van Halen. Why?
Panama.
That's just
Panama.
that's all that plays constantly in that city.
That's what I imagine.
I've been to Panama City. I
Oh.
mean, I have. I spent like a week there working,
Ooh.
and yeah, I mean it was a lot of fun. I went to the beach and some coffee shops and a freaking head shop there, or a smoke shop is what they're called. Smoke shops, yeah.
You better not be
Right.
smoking the devil's lettuce.
I need to go get something to eat because I've got the munchies from smoking devil's lettuce.
Oh dear. This is a PG stream, thank you very much. Well then, well for me I just trying to set up a computer and failing to set up a second computer. I was trying to get an old computer that I had from 2009. I shoved in my old graphics card that I got in like 2014, and luckily it fits properly. I just can't get the power cable to actually connect into it, which kind of sucks, but hopefully as soon as that gets done, I can actually have a second computer on my desk. Probably use it to,
Masturbate with.
yes,
Yeah.
shove it up my ass.
Have porn on 24/7.
Yes. Now, I've been hoping to play a few games, or have my girlfriend play a few games with me and record it of her sucking at video games because she was a sheltered child and wasn't actually allowed to go outside until the age of. So she never touched a video game. But no, I was hoping I could actually use it as like a processing machine for videos. I have all my footage that I ever record. It gets saved onto an external drive, and I could just eject the drive and put it into that one, and just use it as a processing, like a video processing computer. Hopefully, but yeah. Do you have time to look through some reviews, maybe? Or not reviews, releases. There's anything coming out?
I need to go get something to eat.
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh.
Fair.
Okay then. Guess we'll just end it here then.
We'll just end it here.
Unless you want to go on for another hour. Take a break.
No, that's about it for me. I need to go get something to eat and do some stuff here and get ready for my big week of work in East Florida.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Well,
So back on the road again.
will you be able to join us for the next week?
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, I fully intend on being here every week.
You
So
better, or I'll find you.
yeah, you don't really need to find me. I'll tell you where I'm at.
Well then, guess we'll call it here. Who wants to say goodbye?
Good night, everybody.
Good night.
Thank you for tuning in. Don't forget to subscribe, follow, find us, come
Yeah,
play
why
games
don't
with
you,
us,
why
hang out with us, connect with us.
don't you tell everyone where to find you?
We're on Facebook, Burning Birch on Facebook.
You're not gonna plug your
We're
Twitch?
Twitch Circuit Bomb. You can freaking check us out on Steam. We got a group on Steam, Burning Birch. Yeah, just let one of us know. We'll shoot y'all an invite.
Yeah, well, and we're all gonna start our Roblox stream right after this. So yeah. What about you, Zan?
Right.
Zan, plug your shit.
Damn.
Yes,
Yeah,
twitch.tv
plug it.
/Zaonort, ZAONHORT.
That's a plug.
And that's
Yeah.
a plug.
Plug in your YouTube channel.
It's the same as my YouTube channel, so
Yeah.
just YouTube, Zaonort.
Same
I'm
with
not very
Circuit Bomb,
creative.
Probably.
Probably.
No?
Or Circuit Bomb 69 or something.
Yeah, it's actually XXX underscore Circuit Bomb XX underscore 69.
I'm gonna make it. That's my game. The name of any game I make.
Just Circuit Bomb 69.
Instead of like coming up with like a name, I'm just gonna use some weird Circuit Bomb XXX69.
Circuit
game.
Bomb XXL.
That'll be the name of my corp too.
Jeez.
My corporation.
But it would just be that with corporation after it.
Right.
Well,
All right. Bye, everybody.
yeah.